EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for July 1st, 2020. So the month of July is going to start off almost exactly the way it ended yesterday with a very, very similar day, almost a carbon copy, in fact. We will have an upper level low still affecting the region through this evening before that pulls away overnight, and then high pressure builds in on Thursday. So we have much of the same, what we saw yesterday with the isolated and widely scattered showers mainly, but there could be some a little bit increased chances for convection today. Now, I know we didn't have a lot of thunderstorm activity yesterday. It was mostly showers, kind of slow moving, rotating around that upper level low, and that's going to continue today. Again, this upper level low is still sitting up here and rotating stuff down into our region today. Mainly the eastern half of our coverage area will see the most of that activity today again, like we saw yesterday. But yesterday, most of the activity was generally confined to the northern half. I think that today's going to be, since that upper level low is moving a little bit further to the southwest, just a little bit, just enough, we'll get more areas into the action near the Delmarva as well. And temperatures are going to be almost identical as well as we saw yesterday. So it wasn't too hot yesterday. It was kind of near average. And expecting that generally to be the case today, too. Now, with today, there is a little bit better of a potential for some gusty winds with any convection that develops, okay? So I don't really see this being a severe day, and they're going to be pulsars, so something that flares up and then goes away, flares up, goes away. So it's going to be kind of a repeat cycle there, and that's very typical with an upper level low. But since it's a little bit closer to our region, we have the better chance of that today. I don't see precipitable water values being too high, so it shouldn't be a flooding situation. There's a marginal risk that was put out by the Weather Prediction Center, which is part of NOAA and the National Weather Service. And I think that's sufficient because we have some slow-moving cells. So if you get one that gets a little bit robust and amps up a little bit and moves over the area very slowly, obviously you get some maybe more of a flash flooding concern, but it would be they're not really long duration cells coming through, so I don't expect this to be something that's going to linger very long. A very weak steering flow aloft is responsible for the pulsars today, but so very much similar to Tuesday, just a little bit higher of a chance for thunderstorm or at least convective showers. All right, so that's going to be today, and this is going to move away this evening. The high resolution rapid refresh I'm going to use instead of the NAM because the NAM really doesn't have much activity. It didn't have much activity for today either. Meaning Tuesday, and it's projecting something similar for Wednesday, and we saw a lot more in the way of shower activity wrapping around that upper level low on Tuesday than the NAM indicated, so we're going to use the high resolution rapid refresh here. If you're going to see anything wrapping around that upper level low that's going to hit your area, it's going to be diurnally driven, which means it's going to be heating the day type thing, generally between about 1 o'clock and 8 p.m. Here is looking at noon, just starting to pop up here, and then you see this stuff rotating around here. It's not going to be everywhere. Just a few spots will get into this activity. It's just going to be depending where that sets up. But at any time, very arbitrarily, you can have these showers just pop up randomly, which I guess is what arbitrary means, but just popping up randomly across the region and just rotating around that upper level low, and that goes into early evening, and then that dies off again like it did last night. So then that's it for that system. It moves away, and then Thursday we're going to turn hotter, and we're expecting generally just partly cloudy skies here on Thursday. I can't rule out completely the chance for a passing shower, but it's unlikely. Looking like temperatures are going to be making a run at the upper 80s to near 90 degrees here on Thursday, and then we get really hot on Friday. I think temperatures here are going to be in the lower 90s just about everywhere, and might even get close to the mid-90s here in Philadelphia. Actually, we're forecasting a high of 95 in Philadelphia, so it's going to be a very hot day, the hottest day so far this year, potentially here on Friday. And I stress that so far part because I think we have some more coming, quite a bit of hot weather, especially in the nearer term and midterm. All right, then we're going to have like a backdoor cold front that's going to try to push down here on Friday night. Could be an isolated thunderstorm with that in spots, but most areas are going to be dry. And then Saturday, stray shower possibility here, but it's really not high enough to really include the chances here. Just a air mass type thunderstorm. Well, we could be making a run at upper 80s to near 90. I think if it's going to depend on where that backdoor cold front is. The European model has it up here. The GFS brings it all the way through which makes a difference of upper 80s or lower 90s. Okay, so it could be a difference in temperatures there, and that's a little bit variable because the backdoor front does not come through all the way through on the European model like it does on the GFS, so that will affect temperatures a little bit depending on where you're at from north to south. The further north you are, the better chance you see the backdoor front influence you. Further south, it may not get to you. All right, so if that's the case, you're going to be just as hot on the 4th of July, which of course is Saturday. And then behind this on Sunday, we go right back into the heat, and we increase the humidity beginning on Sunday. Winds turn to the southwest and remain that way for the remainder of the forecast period. We are expecting mainly dry conditions, but you could have some air mass thunderstorms coming into play here late Sunday. Monday, it's going to be a little bit more scattered of an opportunity for thunderstorms, but again, it's going to be remaining hot, lower 90s generally for most areas, and on Tuesday, we're still right around 90 or so. Still an air mass thunderstorm still possible. When you get into these really hot and humid patterns, you can have a heat of the day type thunderstorm. These are garden variety system, not part of an organized system, but just because it's so hot and humid, the high dew points, that just the slightest little trigger, anything, could be of a sea breeze front or an outflow boundary, anything can spark a thunderstorm in that kind of juicy environment. It's like setting off a match in a fireworks factory. So it's kind of one of those deals. But we're not looking at severe weather. It doesn't look like through at least Tuesday, which is the end of our forecast period. But it does look like it's going to remain hot for a considerable amount of time going forward. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for July 1st, 2020. Have a great Wednesday.